Hello and welcome to our today's lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to work on exercise 5.1 of Cambridge Primary Mathematics Workbook 3. And this exercise is about exploring multiplication and division. The first example is a worked example over here, and it says, draw a ring around the multiples of 10. Multiples of 10 are the numbers that we get when we multiply any number by 10. For example, 1 times 10 gives us 10. 2 times 10 gives us 20. 3 times 10 is equal to 30. Now 10, 20 and 30 are called multiples of 10. So seeing the multiples of 10 we get by multiplying 2, 3 and 1 with 10, we can say that all multiples of 10 end in 0, or multiples of 10 have a 0 in their ones place. So looking at these numbers, 23 cannot be a multiple of 10, 147 cannot be a multiple of 10, but 60 is a multiple of 10. Why? Because it is having a 0 in its ones place. 194 is not a multiple of 10, but 220 is a multiple of 10 because it has a 0 in the ones place. 381 is also not a multiple of 10, but 600 is a multiple of 10. 425 is also not a multiple of 10. 276 is also not a multiple of 10, but 390 is a multiple of 10 because it has a 0 at the end of it, or it has a 0 in the ones place. The details about this example is given over here. You can have it in the book also. Let me scroll down to move to the question 1 of this exercise. In question 1, it says, draw a ring around all the multiples of 5. All the multiples of 5. So starting from 15, 15 is a multiple of 5 because 3 times 5 is 15. Now 15 is called a multiple of 5. 72 is not a multiple of 5. 125 is a multiple of 5 because we can get 125 by multiplying a number with 5. 230 is also a multiple of 5. For example, if we multiply 2 by 5, we get 10. If we multiply 4 by 5, we get 20. So any number that ends in 5 and 0 can be a multiple of 5. 86 is not a multiple of 5. 157 is also not a multiple of 5. 390 is a multiple of 5. 269 is not a multiple of 5. 95 is a multiple of 5. But 414 is not a multiple of 5 because it's not ending in 5 or 0. We have to remember that multiples of 5 either end in 5 or in 0. In a different term, multiples of 5 have either 5 in the ones place or 0 in the ones place. Well, we are done with question 1. Let me move to question number 2. In question number 2, it says, 𝐄𝐱𝐞𝐫𝐤 sorted the numbers from 20 to 40 into the correct places on the Venn diagram. Finish the 𝐄𝐱𝐞𝐫𝐤's work by putting 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39, and also 40 into the correct places in the Venn diagram, which is over here. So the title of this Venn diagram is Numbers from 20 to 40. On the left side, we have multiples of 2. On the right side, we have multiples of 5. And you know about the Venn diagram, the numbers that having the quality of both the left and the right is being put in the center. Now, 𝐄𝐱𝐞𝐫𝐤 has put all the numbers he had in the correct place, but we are given other numbers. 35. 35 is ending in 5. We said that multiples of 5 either end in 0 or 5. So it is ending in 5. I will put 35 here in the multiples of 5. 86. 86 is ending in 6. We know that multiples of 2 are all even numbers. Even numbers are the numbers that can end in 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So any number that ends in these 5 numbers are multiples of 2, and they are even numbers. They are even numbers. But 37 is not a multiple of 2, and it's not a multiple of 5 also. We have to put it out. We can put anywhere around the Venn diagram. I'll put it here. 37 over here. 38 is a multiple of 2. Sorry, I forgot to write 36. 36 I have to write in the multiples of 2. So 36 should be written here. And 38 is also a multiple of 2 because it ends in 8. 8 is an even number, and any number ends in 8 is also an even number. So I will write 38 also over here. So 39. 39 is not a multiple of 5, and it is not a multiple of 2 as well. So 39 is put outside the Venn diagram. But 40 is both a multiple of 2 and a multiple of 5. In the previous question, we said any number that ends in 5 or 0 is a multiple of 5. In here, we said any number that ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8 is a multiple of 2. So 40 can be a multiple of 2. At the same time, it can be a multiple of 5. So it has the qualities of the both sides. So we can put 40 over here in the center. Well, we are done with question number 2 as well. Let me scroll down to move to question number 3. In question number 3, it says, write the fact family for this array. This is an array. Array is an object or a group of objects arranged in columns and rows. So this way it's called column, and the horizontal one is called row. How many columns do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 columns, and we have 2 rows. We have 2 rows and 4 columns. Now to find the fact family for this array, we will multiply 2 by 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. If we write 4 times 2 is also equal to 8. Here it shows the commutative property of multiplication. According to the commutative, it says if we change the places of the number which are multiplied, the product will remain the same. Product is the answer to multiplication. For example, if you have, let me give a different example. 3 times 6 is equal to 18. Now 6 and 3 are called factors. They are called factors because they are multiplied, and the result that we get is called product. So 18 is the product of 3 and 6 when they are multiplied together. Now if we change the place of 3 and 6, if we write 6 times 3, still we get 18, because changing the places of 3 and 6 does not change the product. Well, now here, if we write the product to the left, so 8 to the left, and write the factors to the right, it does not change the answer. 2 times 4. 8 equals 4 times 2. This is about the fact family of multiplication. On the right side, we have division. Now, we have to divide the product by one of the factors to get the next factor. So according to the fact family, when we divide the product by one of the factors, the answer is the other factor. Now, some of the students make mistake. For example, 6 times 3 is 18, and they may write like this. 6 divided by 18 equals 3. This is wrong. You cannot divide 6 by 18. You can divide, but it's not up to this level. In this level, you cannot divide 6 by 18. So according to the fact family and according to the level that you are in, we can divide the product by one of the factors to get the next factor. So the product is 8. 8 divided by 4 equals 2. 8 divided by 4 equals 2. If we write 4 divided by 8 equals 2, it is wrong. Or if we write 2 divided by 8 equals 4, this is also wrong. According to this fact family, 8 divided by 4 is 2. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. Or we can write in a different way. We can say 2 equals 8 divided by 4. Again, 8 is divided by 4. 8 is written to the left and 4 is written to the right. And 4 equals 8 divided by 2. You have to pay close attention to this part because you cannot divide 4 by 8 to get 2. If you divide 4 by 8, you cannot get 2. Maybe you get 0.5. That is not going to be studied here in this level. Well, let's scroll down to move to question number 4. And question number 4 says, write the multiplying by 10 facts shown here. How is it multiplied? 7 is in the ones place. It is multiplied by 10 to get 70. So when we multiply 7 by 10, it moves from the ones place to the tens place. So the multiplication fact for this is 7 times 10 equals 70. Now once we get 70, we have a 0 in the ones place, so 7 goes to the tens place. The same way, in this place value chart shown here, we have 19 multiplied by 10. When we multiply 19 by 10, we get 190. So in 19, 1 is in the tens place and 9 is in the ones place. When we multiply it by 10, both of them moves 1 place to the left. 1 place to the left. 1 goes to the hundreds place and 9 goes to the tens place because we have a 0 and the ones place. We are done with this question as well. Let me scroll down to move to question number 5. In question 5, it says, describe the multiples of 2 and 5 and 10. Use the words odd and even. Use the words odd and even. So to describe them, we can say all the multiples of 2 are even numbers. All the multiples of 2 are even numbers. And we can say all the multiples of 10, all the multiples of 10 are even numbers that end in 0. Let me write 0 and give it in the parentheses. All the multiples of 10 are even number that end in 0. But we did not say all the multiples of 2 are even number that end in 0 because multiples of 2 can be other numbers other than the number that ends in 0 also. So for the multiples of 5, when 5 is multiplied, let me write here. When 5 is multiplied by an even number its multiple is even. But when multiples of 5 are multiplied by an odd number, its multiple is also odd. Its multiple is also odd. Let me explain here. If we multiply 5 by 1, 1 times 5 is 5. So it's odd. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. So we see that, let me give two more examples. 4 times 5 is 20 and 5 times 5 is 25. When 5 is multiplied by an odd number, its multiple is also odd. When 5 is multiplied by an even number, its multiple is also even and it ends in 0. So the multiples of 5 which are multiplied by an odd number end in 5 which is an odd number. When multiples of 5 are multiplied by an even number, its multiple is even and is ending in 0. Ending in 0 or having 0 in its ones place. Well, let me read the other part. In this part it says, how are multiples of 2 and 10 the same? How are the multiples of 5 different? So we can say that multiples of 2 and 10 are the same. Multiples of 2 and 10 are the same because they are all even numbers. All even numbers. Okay? In multiples of 5 are different. Multiples of 5 are different because some of them are odd. Because some of them are odd that I explained in the first part. We say that some multiples of 5 are odd and some of them are even. But multiples of 2 and 10 are all even numbers. All even numbers. Well, we are done with this question and it's a bit tricky. So let's move to question number 6. In question number 6, it says, I am an odd number. I am more than 70. I am, this sign says more than 70, but less than 80. Less than 80. I am a multiple of 5. Which number am I? The number is more than 70. More than 70. And less than 80. What number can it be? 70 is a multiple of 5. 80 is a multiple of 5. But what is the number that is between 70 and 80? And it's a multiple of 5. It's for sure 75. Because we said multiples of 5 end either in 0 or in 5, which in this case we can only have 75, which is between 70 and 80. Well, let's scroll down to move to the next question. In question 7, it says, which multiplication facts from 1, 2, and 5 and 10 multiplication tables have only 4 facts in their fact family? Only 4 facts in their fact family. Write the fact family for one of these facts. Let me clarify what it is asking us to find by saying only 4 facts. Only 4 facts. If we don't have these numbers, if for example we have, let's say 2 and 8. 2 and 8. We can write the fact family for 2 and 8. 2 times 8 is 16. 8 times 2 is 16. And 16 is equal to 2 times 8. 2 times 8. 16 is equal to 8 times 2. Sorry, it's 8. 8 times 2. And also 16 divided by 2 is equal to 8. 16 divided by 8 is equal to 2. And 2 is equal to 16 divided by 8. And 8 is equal to 16 divided by 2. How many facts does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But the numbers that we have over here, the number that we have over here is having only 4 facts. All of them have only 4 facts. How? 1 times 1 is 1. And 1 equals 1 times 1. 2 facts. And 1 divided by 1 is 1. And 1 is equal to 1 divided by 1. We can have only 4 facts for the fact family of 1. The same way for 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 equals 2 times 2. 4 equals 2 times 2. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 2 is equal to 4 divided by 2. This also has got only 4 fact families. Only 4 facts in its fact family. This also got only 4 facts in its fact family. One is 2 times 2, 4. And the other one, 4 equals 2 times 2. And the other one is 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 2 is equal to 4 divided by 2. For 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 is equal to 5 times 5. Okay, now 25 divided by 5 is 5. 5 is equal to 25 divided by 5. We cannot have more than 4 facts in their fact family. The same case is with 10. Let me write the fact family for 10 here. 10 times 10 is equal to 100. 100 is equal to 10 times 10. And 100 divided by 10 is equal to 10. The same way, 10 is equal to 100 divided by 10. We can see that all 4 of these numbers have got only 4 facts in their fact family. Only 4 facts in their fact family. But if we have different numbers like 2 and 8 that I gave here, we have 8 fact families. 8 fact families. I hope it helps you understand this part, how they are having 4 fact families, how they are having 4 facts in their fact family, and how this one is having more than 4 facts in their fact family. Well, let's scroll down to question number 8. In question number 8, it says, this machine multiplies numbers by 10. Complete the grid to record the numbers after they come out of the machine. Before multiplying these numbers by 10 and writing the answer here, I want to say a trick how we can multiply any number by 10. So when we have any number, let's say 12. 12 times 10. When it's multiplied by 10, we write the number itself and just add a 0 to the right of it. So the number we get is 120. Or if we have 5, 5 times 10, again we write 5 itself and write a 0 to the right of it. The answer is found. In the same way, we will do this multiplication by the machine which is provided here. Now, 74 multiplied by 10. 74 multiplied by 10, we write 74 itself and add a 0 to the right of it. The answer is 740. The same way, 9 times 10 is giving us 90, and 56 times 10 gives us 560. 6 times 10 is giving us 60. So the only thing that we can do is writing the number itself and adding 1 0 to the right of it. 82 times 10 gives us 820. 29 times 10 gives us 290. 17 times 10 gives us 170. 38 times 10 gives us 380. 5 times 10 gives us 50. And 3 times 10 gives us 30. 94 times 10 gives us 940. And 61 times 10 gives us 610. This is the answer. So when you multiply any number by 10, just remember to write the number itself. Let's say 25 times 10, just write 25 first. 25 and add 1 0 of the 10 to the right of it. The answer is 250. Well, this question is also done. Let me scroll down to move to question number 9. In question number 9, it says, I am an even number. I am more than 374, but less than 386. I am a multiple of 2, 5, and 10. Which number am I? Which number am I? So 374 is less than that number, and 386 is more than that number. 374 and 386. The number that can be multiple of 2, multiple of 5, and multiple of 10 at the same time is 380. 380. Because 380 is ending in 0, and it is a multiple of 2, a multiple of 10, and a multiple of 5. In question 10, also it is a critical thinking question. This girl says, the multiplication fact 1 times 1 equals 1 is special because all the numbers in the fact family are the same, and there isn't another fact family like that. Another fact family like that. Here it says, find a different spatial multiplication fact from the 1, 2, 5, and 10 fact families. Explain why it's spatial. Explain why it is spatial. To find that spatial fact family over here, I will write the fact family for some of the numbers. Let's write for 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 10 is 10. Let me do it for 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. And 2 times 10 is 20. Then 5. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 10 is 50. The same way, 10 times 1 is 10. 10 times 2 is 20, 10 times 5 is 10 times 5 is 50. The multiplication fact that's special here is multiplying with 1, because it is special because when any number multiplied by 1 is giving us the same number. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 10 is 10. It is special because when we multiply any number by 1, we get the same number. We get the same number. Or if we say in a different way, here it says it is special because all the numbers are the same. We can find another special from the same fact family. How? We have 1 times 1 equal to 1. And 1 divided by 1 is also equal to 1. So in this case, this can also be special. Why it's special? Because here also all the numbers are the same. Even 1 is divided by 1, the answer is still the same, which is 1. Now you can consider either this one, which is 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 5 is 5, and 1 times 10 is 10. And this is special because when we multiply 1 with any number, we get the same number. This is one of the things which is special. The other thing which is special, if we write the fact family for 1 only, we get 1 divided by 1 is 1. Still, we have the same numbers over here. Now it's up to you which one you think is special for you. Well, let's scroll down to move to the next question. In question 11, it says, bean has 1065 centimeter lengths. 1065 centimeter lengths of timber. What is the total length of timber that bean has? The total length of timber that bean has. 1065 means 10 is multiplied by 65. I said in the previous example that when we multiply any number by 10, we can write the number itself and write a 0 to the right of it. Write a 0 to the right of it and we get 650. So the total number of timber that bean has is 650. So let me write here, it's asking us to write the total. It is 650. Well, let me move to the next question. Question 12, which is the last question, says 0 times 10 equals 10, because multiplying by 10 makes any number 10 times larger. Do you agree with Aaron, and why? Do you agree? Well, Aaron says that any number which is multiplied by 10 becomes 10 times bigger. If we have a number, even if we have 1 times 10 is 10, it becomes 10 because we have a number. But 0 is nothing. 0 is nothing. Even if you have 10 times, 20 times, or whatsoever, nothing is nothing. I can say, I don't agree. I don't agree with Aaron. Why? I don't agree with Aaron. Why? Because 0 is nothing. 0 is nothing. So nothing, so nothing is just nothing. Nothing is just nothing, even if we have, even if we, okay, even if we have 10 of it, even if you have 10 of it, it's just nothing. 0 is just nothing. So if you have 10 nothings, still we have nothing. That's why Aaron cannot be correct over here, because when we have something like the one I said, 1 times 10 is 10, okay, because we have 1. If we have 2 times 10 becomes 20. It becomes 10 times bigger. 10 times bigger. But when we have nothing, nothing is just nothing. Well, with solving question 12, we are done with all the questions of exercise 5.1 of Cambridge Primary Mathematics Workbook 3. I hope it helps you learn something about multiplication and fact family, and also how can you think critically to find some answers. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel and like the videos. And if you have any questions, or if you couldn't understand any part of the questions in this video, ask me in the comment section under this video. Have a nice time, and thank you so much.